For losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Zam, baby. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the world of 5K subs. So make sure you subscribe and things of that sort. First things first, before we get into the show, Jimmy Atchison is live. Is live. Make sure you check it out on the channel. This just came in today, 3 hours ago at the time I'm recording this, from Jimmy Hill, Jimmy Atchison's father. He said, hashtag accountability and justice for Jimmy Atchison. The federal judge, Michael Brown, who dismissed the charges against former Atlanta police officer Sung Kim, has been appointed. He was appointed by President Trump in 2018. I'll link this up on Ballotpedia. And it is true. This is Michael L. Brown. He is a federal judge based in Georgia. He's a judge of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Georgia. He was nominated to the court by President Donald Trump on July 13, 2017, and was confirmed by the U.S. Senate on January 11, 2018, by a vote of 92-0. And so, yes, here he is. He's been 7 years in position. 2018. He's the one that decided to dismiss all the charges against former APD officer, as I just said, Sung Kim, who, you know, you can look at the Jimmy Atchison video for the full story on that. It's 15 minutes. I think it's worth your time. It's some of my best work I think I've done like in my life. So, yeah, go check that out. Okay. Yeah, let's get into it, man. Deja Kelly. So we easing back in to some basketball stuff or whatever, you know what I mean, if that took off for the Jimmy Atchison story. But yeah, Deja Kelly, we're going to pull her up first. This is Deja Kelly talking about A'ja Wilson. This is on, oh, sorry, I didn't, ooh. What? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. We need to talk now. Let me see this. Let me shout out their thing so they don't tag me. They just shout. I'm gonna shout them out. I'm gonna give them the whole thing and put the link in the bio. Everything. We need to talk now. Deja Kelly. Let me see if I can find this. Yep, I found it. Shout out to Attorney Griggs. He showed me some love, man. Nah, man. Okay, here we go. We need to talk now. Deja Kelly, y'all make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe right now. Here we go. Showing love. I think this is solely. Oh, this page is solely about women's sports. Okay, Ashley Nicole Moss, friend of the channel. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'll put the link to the bio in the description, everything like that. And let's react to the clip, man.
You got to play with A'ja Wilson, and I just wanted to know, with your time with her, what is something that you learned about her specifically that we may not know, like something that like you picked up on that is not something that's widely known about A'ja?
I feel like it's getting more known now, but she is one of the most selfless superstars that I have ever met, ever been around. The way that she carries herself is all team. It's all, how can she help the people around her? How can she be at her best for the people around her? And I think you don't always see that in your star. You don't always see that from the best player in the league and the best player in the world. Like, for her to take the time to, even for me, like I would ask her for advice and I was scared. I was just scared to ask her questions sometimes. So I'm like, I don't want to step on each other. But like, she was so open and willing to talk with me, to discuss things with me. Like, to have someone to play alongside someone like that was one of the best experiences, and to have that be one of your first bets, you know, someone who you can learn from over a course of a couple of weeks. Her, Chelsea, Jewel, like all of them. But A'ja, she is one of a kind. She is A1. Like, she is that girl. She is so selfless. She cares. She loves everyone around her. And I'm so happy for her because she is, you know, the inspiration, especially right now for young Black girls, like seeing how her shoe has come about and all of the young girls she's inspiring. You walk around, you're seeing men playing in her shoes, and for her to continue to help grow the game and being the face of, you know, the growth and elevation of Black women in sports. Like, I think, again, playing alongside her, someone like that who in person is, you know, she show or give any type of thing you see on social media, whatever it is. Like, she is the most down to earth, humble, selfless superstar. And I'm so thankful for, the time that I had to play alongside her and learn from her, because I've learned so much in such a little amount of time. And I'm so happy for her and how she's performing, and how she's continued to elevate, as well as try to bring up and uplift the people around her as well.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears.
Hey man, W Asia Wilson, man. W Asia Wilson for sure. Shout out to Asia Wilson, man. Like Deja said, she didn't have to be that, and she doesn't have to be that, but that is what makes her such a great teammate. And that's what you need, man, because if your leader, if the face of the franchise isn't a good teammate, how can anybody else be a good teammate? You have to lead by example in every facet of the game, and it sounds like that's what Asia Wilson's doing. So I know, like I said, when I was at one practice way back when in the preseason, everybody looked like they were having fun, and Asia, she would lock in and get serious and get silly in the snap of a moment and lock back in. Like, it was a constant like playing and then like what I mean, in the practice. And I think that just carries along to everything she does. Like, when it gets serious for her, she snaps and she locks in and it's serious. And when it's playtime, she play with the best of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just silly, goofy, tall, everything like that. So shout out to Asia Wilson, bro. 100%. Like, she's got the weight of the world on her shoulders. I'm sure she's got a gazillion meetings going on for her book, for her candles, for her, for the shoe and the clothing line with Nike now. And, to continue to have to focus. That's 100% that is, that you need to, focus on. And that's just an amazing thing for her to be able to, show that love to the younger ones and be open to all of her teammates and be a great teammate to all of her teammates. Things like that. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a little thing. I usually wait until after basketball to stream, but I got a flight in the morning, so I'm streaming a little earlier tonight. So I want to see this box score right now. We're at halftime of Golden State, and Phoenix is 38-33. Golden State, bro. Like, you see, I put the Valkyries the other night. They're not no expansion team that's gonna lose all the games and stuff like that. I remember the Dream, their first season, led by Ivory Latta back then, Erica De Souza, everything. Who else was on that team? Sancho Little, things of that sort. Real Atlanta Dream, pioneers and legends of the franchise. I remember they led the Dream to the AFC their first year. And I think they got swept first round, and they played the games at in Gwinnett or whatever, because the Hawks or somebody else had the arena at the time for that weekend for the playoffs. But they played there and they made the playoffs. Anyways, Veronica Burton, dog for sure, not friend of the channel, but longtime coverage person of the channel, focal point of the channel. 10 points in 13 minutes. I want to see what my girl Haley's doing though. What is Haley doing? Haley Jones. Ooh! Hey, don't get me started. 5 points in 8 minutes. Haley Jones got something to say. Speaking of, you seen Andre 3000 playing at Grady today? Andre 3000, he's been playing at random places around Atlanta all summer. And that's his plan, to just play at random places around Atlanta. So where he played today was Grady Hospital, with the babies, with the moms literally delivering their babies and stuff like that, bro. It's pretty cool stuff. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick before I move on to the next thing. But hey, man, come on, dog. Haley got 5 points in 8 minutes. Come on, man. Huh? 5 points in 8 minutes. They melded in on her. I just don't see it with Haley. I said, bro, how can you be good your rookie season and just never be good again? That doesn't happen, bro. It doesn't. Okay, you could be Show Me Schimmel. But Show Me Schimmel was way out of, respectfully, way out of shape after, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's not necessarily the case for Haley Jones, but anyways, wishing the best for Haley. I hope it's not just a burst of energy that is fueled from fire of being mad at Atlanta for getting cut. I hope it's like a genuine, like, yo, I'm here. I'm gonna be performing like this. It is what it is. Because yeah, she deserves that. So yeah, shout out to Haley Jones. Okay, next thing, Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson, we keeping it in the league. This was tweeted out by Rickea's mom. Shout out to Rickea's mom. Rickea posted this on Anscape, and she has a diary now with Anscape. So shout out to Anscape, all the good people at ESPN, Disney, and yeah. Landscape, Rickea Jackson diary. I have to be real with myself. I have to give myself grace every day. And first entry, Los Angeles Sparks forward talks about growing up in Detroit, dealing with the first concussion and meeting her expectations for the season. Now, if you guys did not know, because you've been out of the loop for the past couple of weeks, Rickea Jackson missed, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 games. If y'all are some Sparks fans in here, let me know if it was 1 or 2 games. But she missed some time away from the team, from the Sparks, because of personal reasons. And when she came back, she said, I just have to learn to be, pretty much what she's saying here, patient with myself and things of that sort. So it'll be interesting what she says in here. Oh, this was written by Mia Berry. Mia was at a Dream game in LA, and I was wondering why Mia was out there. Shout out to Mia. That's actually a cool person in real life. So shout out to Mia. She's not a friend of the channel because she ain't, unless I uploaded her interview from HBCU. Anyways, I'm getting off track. During her second season in the WNBA, Los Angeles Sparks forward Rickea Jackson will share insight into her life on and off the court in a monthly video diary for Anscape. Jackson, the number 4 overall pick of the 2024 WNBA draft, finished her rookie season as the Sparks' second leading scorer, averaging 13.4 points and 3.9 rebounds. She also earned WNBA All-Rookie Team honors. Despite her individual success, the Sparks finished the season with the league worst 8-32 record. Anyways, in the offseason, the team hired a new coach, Lynn Roberts, and added 2-time WNBA champions Kelsey Plum and Mercedes Russell to the roster, in addition to the 2025 draft picks, Sarah Ashley Barker and Sanaya Fegan. For Jackson, transitioning from Knoxville, Tennessee, where she attended college, to Los Angeles has been seamless. Though she is naturally introverted, living in Los Angeles has encouraged Jackson to showcase more of her personality. Since arriving, she's gained more new fans through her TikTok videos and worked with stylists to create memorable tunnel fits in advance of the games. I feel like my style speaks for itself, Jackson said. A lot of people love my style, so I'm just continuing to do that. I personally feel like I'm the best dressed. Oh, you better pop it then. So if you agree, you agree. And if you don't, that's on you. Oh, anyways, my style is super cutesy, girly. I want to branch out just a little bit more. I barely wear pants, but I want to. So that's the start. I'm a skirt girly. I'm a dress girly. But I feel like my style is, fierce, confident, and fitted. If you know, you know. She spent the offseason in Miami competing in a rival, the 3-on-3 professional women's league co-founded by WNBA players Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart. Jackson used her time to gain more confidence in her three-point shooting and individual defense. In the Sparks season opener on May 16th against the Golden State Valkyries, Jackson scored 13 points and collected 5 rebounds in an 84-67 victory. During the Los Angeles second game of the season against the Minnesota Lynx, Jackson's face collided with Minnesota forward Atlanta Smith's shoulder. The collision left Jackson with a swollen face and a blackened eye and led her to be placed in the league's concussion protocol. She missed the Sparks' next 3 games, then returned from concussion protocol on May 27th against the Atlanta Dream, logging 0 points, 1 rebound, and 3 fouls in the Los Angeles 88-82 loss. Following her initial return, Sparks head coach Lynn Roberts announced Jackson will be taking some more personal time away from the team. She will return to the Sparks home game against the Dallas Wings on Friday. It's tough, especially when you want to be the best and you feel like your hard work isn't paying off. I feel like anyone would feel the same type of way, Jackson said. Like, dang, like I come in, I work my tail off, I try to be intentional. We're human and we all want to be perfect right away. I feel like that's where I have to be real with myself and I have to give myself some grace every day. I'm a competitor. Like, I want to win. That's what I'm here for. I want to contribute wins. Nothing is going to be given to me. I have to go take it. In part 1 of her video diary, Jackson talks about growing up on the east side of Detroit, how her brother motivated her to play basketball, becoming a lottery pick in the WNBA, dealing with her first concussion, her expectations of her second season, and much more. Shout out to Mia Berry. Mia Berry is a senior HBC writer for Anscape and covers everything from sports to student-led protests. She's a Detroit native. What up, though? And long-suffering Detroit sports fan. and Notre Dame alumna who randomly shouts "Go Irish." Shout out to Mia Berry, once again a good person, bro. Shout out to Rickea Jackson. I hope she feels better. W first diary entry. Hopefully she opens up more as time goes on. Now the one that you all been waiting for. Dun dun dun. Elon versus Donald Trump. Now I did something on Elon and Donald Trump the other day and 2 days ago, and I didn't clip it because it was just like one tweet and it was like something that could have been a shot, but it wasn't like an outright shot. It ain't no more subliminals now with Elon. And I did an actual video where I did clip it up when Elon was first, let go by Donald Trump right before his term was over. Hold on, give me a second. Yes. All right, cool. So yeah, he let the chopper sing today, bro. I was getting my you know what I'm saying? And then when I was done, I looked at my phone and I was just like, the world exploded. That's insane. So yeah, let's get to it, man. 554, let's get straight to it. Hey, let's get straight to it. From the D to the A, throw respect on it. He tweeted this much all today. Well, I guess you have to when you are the man that runs Twitter, huh? Or X. He's not wrong. Such ingratitude. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. I'm not gonna be able to. Elon, I'm gonna keep it a gangster with you, bro. We're not doing that. Okay, where did he say you ungrateful? Here it is. Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would have controlled the House and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. He's talking that talk. Talk that talk, Elon. All right, here he is. Elon on Doge efforts to slash the government waste. The big ugly bill would increase the deficit to 2.5 trillion. We have a 2 trillion deficit. It keeps growing. Our interest payments are higher than our defense department budgets. Sheesh. He said, I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do. Y'all won't let me do what I have to do. All right, here we go. We keep going up. Musk calls for an EV tax credit. We should get rid of all credits. Yo, the credits were something that really was encouraged during the Biden administration for the sake of a better environment. And it sounded good to me on paper. So like the fact that he's frowning upon it as the Tesla guy is kind of crazy to me. Hold on, let me get some water. Let me see what Elon said about this EV credit thing. All right, Elon said, exactly. Oh, he's standing on it. He's standing on it. Tesla tops car sales. Okay, Tesla. The Senate is losing all confidence in a reconciliation bill. 48 hours ago, there was a 75% chance that it passed before July. Now it's 50% and dropping. He said, kill Bill. Oh, geez. A laughing emoji. So people are pulling up stuff from 2012. What happened with the pay? What happened with the game? Hold on, let me see what's going on with the game. The Pacers came back, bruh. Come on, bruh. The Pacers. How do the Pacers keep doing this, bruh? Pacers really about to win a championship doing this, bro? Bro, look at that. Bruh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see this. Bruh, Tyrese Halliburton is the luckiest player in the world, bruh. Come on, bruh. OKC fans. Oh my goodness. It's 2 Pacers fans in the building, bruh. All right. Jeez Louise. That man lucky. Anyways, let's get back to this Elon thing. No member of Congress should be eligible for re-election if our country's budget is not balanced, deficits not allowed. I couldn't agree more. No member of Congress should be eligible, and he said 100. He's at wise words. Elon Musk reminded President Trump. Oh, he was just quote tweeting his stuff from 2012 and 2013 today. Wow. Where's the man who wrote these words? Was he replaced by a body double? He talking, not talking, ain't he? I have plans to cut spending, increase spending, and he's looking up confused. We don't need a $7,500 credit. We don't need a $7,500 tax credit for EV. Honestly, I would just cancel this whole infrastructure bill. Don't pass it. That's my recommendation. Interviewer, what about the support, though, for charging the network? There are parts of this bill, and he said unnecessary. I mean, do we need to support for gas stations? We don't. So there's no need to support a charging network. Delete it. Delete. I'm literally saying get rid of the subsidize, but also for oil and gas. This is from 2021. He said this was me in 2021. All right, let me keep going. Wow. The federal debt just topped 31.4 trillion, and the congressional budget now estimates federal spending for the fiscal year 2023 will total 6.221 trillion, or more than $197,000 a second. This is not sustainable. It's from 2023. Where's the Mike Johnson of 2023? The House has a 72-hour rule, which now requires the bill to be posted 72 hours before passage. But the Speaker circumvented the rule with a manager's amendment that wrote and added substantial portions of the bill as it went through the Rules Committee the night that the bill was passed. There's another House rule which requires a day to pass before voting on the bill after the Rules Committee has modified it. Would you believe the House voted to suspend the so-called same-day rule? This means that final language of the bill was only released a few minutes before the debate began. The vote on the rule change and the vote on the bill followed within a couple hours. Elon is right. Members of the Congress didn't even know what was in this bill until the night it passed. Few other members have also made this clear. And Elon said, not even those in Congress who had a vote on the big, ugly spending bill had time to read it. Yikes. Our nation is deeply, deeply in debt right now. Next year, our country will owe more than what we produced for the first time since the end of World War II. That's a very, very bad place to be in. Where's the Tom Thune of 2020? He calling them all out. Balanced budget or buzz. John Thune. Jeez Louise. Everybody calling them out, man. Increased cost of U.S. Federal debt. 1.3 trillion. Oh, my gosh. Jeez Louise, brother. Congress is spending America into bankruptcy. Who is right, Elon Musk or Donald Trump? I think everybody voted for Musk. I'm delighted. I'm delighted to nominate Jarek Isaacman, an accomplished business leader, philanthropist, pilot, and astronaut, as administrator of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA. Jared will drive NASA's mission of discovery and inspiration, paving the way for groundbreaking achievements in space science, technology, and exploration. Over the past 25 years, as a founder of the CEO of Shift4, Jared has demonstrated exceptional leadership, building a trailblazing global financial technical company. He's also co-founded and served as the CEO of the Draken International Defense Aerospace Company for over a decade, supporting the U.S. Department of Defense and our allies. Jared's passion for space, astronaut experience, and dedication for pushing the boundary of exploration, unlocking the mysteries of the universe, and advancing the new space economy make him ideally suited to lead NASA into a bold new era. Congratulations to Jared, his wife Monica, and their children Mila and Liv. He said this about Jared. What Elon Musk is doing is genuinely heroic. He will win no friends in politics and will be ostracized by the current administration, but he is totally right. Is he really heroic? Like, when you're the richest man in the world, it's like the most powerful man in the world versus the richest man in the world. Someone said this is insanity at the highest level. No, Halliburton's been doing this. Like, Halliburton, the whole Olympian, you know what I'm saying? Olympic gold medalist, all-star before, like, you got to give the man his credit. However, these shots that he's been, like, last shots in the playoffs, I ain't going to lie, they've been leaning lucky. I ain't going to hold you. He will win. No, historically, countries build up surprises in peacetime, then go into debt to fight wars. We are going into more and more debt during peacetime. Clever economists will tell you that this is sustainable. It is not, and someone has to do something about it. He just retweeted it. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to say buy electric cars that nobody else wanted. That he knew for months I was going to do. And he went crazy. He said such an obvious lie, so sad. Here it is. The readers added context. Elon Musk has been in favor of ending EV adding tax credits. Oh, so that's why he posted all the tax credits. This will end International Space Station and simultaneously provide no safety to deorbit it. He said, this just keeps getting better and better. Go ahead, make my day. What do you say? The easiest way to save money. Yo, he's not even like going to Truth Social, bro. He's letting people screenshot the stuff on Truth Social, post it on X so he can respond to it, bro. That's crazy. The easiest way to save money on our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidize and contracts. Excuse me, my bad. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. This will end spaded every day. All right, here we go. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump. This almost has 1 million likes, bro. Is this the most like no, because I think Ronaldo's got a couple things just like a million times. Time to drop the real big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not made it public. Have a nice day, DGT. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. Sheesh. He talking that talk. President Trump on Elon Musk. Elon has never asked me for a thing. I mean, I got rid of the EV mandate, but he's never asked me for a thing. I think that's an amazing attitude. Elon is a patriot. We want to thank you very, very much for the job you're doing. He said, what? Huh? What the hecky? He posted it himself. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to eliminate Elon's governmental subsidizing contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. You're talking about Doge. In light of the president's statement about the cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Oh, man. Yo. The world's greatest fiction writers couldn't have conceived of a timeline like this. He put 100 in a laughing emoji. This is kind of wild, bro. President versus Elon, who wins? It's like the richest man in the world versus the most powerful man in the world. Elon versus the president. My money's on Elon. Trump should be impeached and JD Vance to replace him. Jeez Louise. He said yes. Oh, wow. Jeez Louise. Now they posting. Oh, he reposting the Elon. Oh, my goodness. The relationship between Trump and Epstein is well established. Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 7 times, though it's not clear he ever went on the island. Here's what Trump said about Epstein in the 2002 NY magazine profile. Epstein likes to tell people he's a loner, a man who's never touched alcohol or drugs, and for someone whose nightlife is far from energetic. Yet, if you talk to Donald Trump, a different Epstein emerges. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Trump booms from the speakerphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes a beautiful woman as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it. Jeffrey enjoys his social life. Say, Jeff, I heard you like them young. He put the thinking emoji. Him really affected me, which was when he was talking to Bill Gates, and Bill Gates had just taken out some short on Tesla, and it was like $1 billion thing or something. And, and Elon was like, why would you do that? Why would you short Tesla? And Bill goes, well, I talked to my financial advisors and I looked at the math and there's no way it's overvalued. And so I'm going to make money short. And Elon goes, what did you care about making money? I thought you were into electric cars and climate change and saving the world. What are you doing? Like trying to save a few bucks or something against? And he just walked away in disgust. And I think I never talked to Bill Gates after that. That's when I realized Elon's a purist. He means what he says. Like the money is a tool for him to get what he's trying to do. And I sort of take him at face value, which is crazy. I was only reading this for the sake of copyright. A lot of stuff I do is because of copyright, if y'all ever wonder. Because I see some comments sometimes. Can I finally say that the Trump's tariffs are extremely stupid? The Trump's tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. This year is crazy. In 1992, Trump partied with Jeffrey Epstein. Just gonna leave this here. And he said, huh? Elon stance is principle. Trump stance is practical. Tech needs Republicans for this present. Republicans need tech for the future. Drop the tax cuts, cut some pork, get the bill through. In response to the Canadian wildfire, Starlink is providing 1 month of free service to existing and new customers in affected areas. And Starlink, Stable Ronaldo used that to live stream from a private jet today. He's the first streamer to stream from a private jet. Sorry, Soldier Boy. But Ron did it today from Phase. So shout out to Ron. And yeah, it looked pretty cool. I vote for it if we got real spending cuts, but the bill is the largest debt increase in U.S. history, $5 trillion. That's like you giving your 16-year-old a credit card, watching them rack up $2,000 on booze and gambling, then raising their limit to $10,000. Irresponsible. That's Rand Paul. Slow news day. What are we even talking about? T.O. Vaughn, and he just laughed at it. That was the last thing I saw. If America goes insolvent, if all the money is just spent on paying interest on debt, there's no money left for anything. The country is no different from a person. Country overspends, country goes bankrupt. Same as this person who overspends and goes bankrupt. So it's not optional to solve these things. It's essential. If America goes broke, nothing else matters. America, Team America, ex-users, Trump on Epstein's list. Elon does ketamine. He's just laughing. Put the, yeah. All right. Check out these things from Zimbabwe. It's a time to make a new political party in America that actually represents 80% of the middle. It's difficult to believe that the richest man on earth wants to represent 80% of the middle. But there's that. There's that. Hold on, let me respond to this. Someone said, remember when the Hawks could have taken Halliburton instead of Onyeka? Hallie told Atlanta not to take him. All right, bet. Okay, next up, man. Oh, I think someone had like a joke or something that I like. Time is a circle. When Elon Musk, what's up with Deja Kelly? Shahid, you missed it. But she just did a what you call. Deja Kelly, she did an interview, and in the interview they asked her about what did they ask her about? They asked her about Asia Wilson, playing with Asia Wilson. And she was like, Asia taught me so many things and this and that. And it was just a nice little wholesome moment. You know what I'm saying? It'll be you could scroll. I think you can scroll back while I'm live and go back to that part because I opened up with that. And so you can see that there. But yeah. Here's Donald Trump. What year is this? Does she have a year? I guess not. When Elon Musk, came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere without which subsidized, he'd be worthless. And telling me how he was a big Trump fan and Republican, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is wow. What a day, bro. Two grown men in the White House fighting each other is crazy. So SiriusXM, they fired Michelle Beadle, Cody Decker one day after the Stephen A. Smith announcement. I think it was 2 days ago. If I've been watching this from afar, I ain't been keeping up with it. So here we go. I think what happened, and I'm gonna read what actually happened. I think what happened was 2 days ago, a story or interview came out of Michelle Beadle saying, I don't respect Stephen A. I don't think it's journalism. I don't like what he does. And then the next day, SiriusXM announced that they hired Stephen A., the same, network channel or whatever you want to say. that Michelle Beadle's also on, in addition to doing the FanDuel sports TV thing and stuff, the NBA show in particular with Chandler Parsons and Lou Williams. And yeah, so apparently they let her go. And this is a thing with Michelle Beadle, by the way. So I'll just read it and we'll get to that. Sirius XM fires Michelle Beadle, Cody Decker one day after Stephen A. Smith announcement. The reported firing comes one day after Beadle went on a scorched earth following an announcement that left. That wasn't Michelle Beadle, bro. That was Dana Jacobson. I'm thinking about. I'm tweaking. I'm glad I waited until after I read this story. People were wild with that Rickea pregnancy room. Yeah, it's some things that you don't even just entertain, Shahid. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was one of them things you don't even entertain, bro. If Rickea missed a couple of them games and people say what they say, you just let them have it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just let them have it. Because if I would have went on here and started like is Rickea, man, boy, what? Lawsuit. I think Rickea signed a Rock Nation too. Hold on, man. Let me see this junk. Hold on. Let me see. Kia Jackson. Rock Nation. Yeah, bro. GG's. GG's, bro. Ah, man. I ain't about to jump in them rumors and make a video. Is Rickea Jackson, man? You see how them jokers moving? Knocking on my door. I don't even know how they got to the door. How you even get to the door? This ain't even where I live. I don't even live in this state. How you even find me here? Rock Nation knows. Jay-Z knows, bro. All right, anyways. Let me see. This was written by Drew Lerner. It looks like Sirius XM's Mad Dog Radio is coming quicker than anticipated. Following an announcement earlier this week that Stephen A. Smith has signed a new deal with Sirius XM, Mad Dog Radio, and that we'll see the always on ESPN host anchor yet more programming. It became apparent that based on the hours that Smith would be taking over, someone's show would be getting the axe. That show would be Beadle and Decker, hosted by veteran sports media personalities Michelle Beadle and Cody Decker, excuse me, my bad. Let me pause this. Copyright. Beadle was apparently blindsided by the news and had not received any indication from the Sirius XM management that her show would be on the chopping block for a new Stephen A. Smith hosted program. So in the aftermath, she went scorched earth. On her show Wednesday afternoon, Beadle began the program by saying, "Welcome to the lame duck and who knew show here. Oh my gosh." And Decker yelled fired in the background. "All I ask is to be treated with respect." Oh my gosh. Beadle continued, "Here we are. We're going to do our shows because we're contractually obligated to be here." Sheesh. But Beadle's cordiality didn't last long. Following her afternoon program on Wednesday, Beadle spoke with Front Office Sports and directly attacked Smith, saying she doesn't respect the ESPN host. "I don't respect his work. He doesn't like me. This goes back to the Ray Rice stuff. He made some really piggish comments on air. I responded. He got suspended for like weeks. I think that was sort of the beginning of the end of anything. I just don't respect him. I think he gets things wrong all the time. I'm not talking about his opinions. Those can never be wrong. But factually, when you spread yourself so thin, it's hard to be right. Not a fan." She's not lying. However, Beadle did mention in that interview that her and Decker would continue to show up. Turns out that won't be necessary. According to Andrew Marchand of The Athletic, Sirius XM officially parted ways with Beadle and Decker. Beadle quickly confirmed the news with a post of her own. "We'd like to thank all the callers who made the last couple of days an absolute blast. You don't usually get such love on your way out. Security usually walks you to the door. You guys ruled 6 hours of how it felt. You all were heard. Drinks on me." And then she tagged Cody. "And we'd like to thank all, man. It's unclear whether Mad Dog Radio will do the same in the meantime, as Smith's contract does not start until September, which is around the time that who's returning? Shannon Sharp is returning to ESPN. So that would be something, boy. But yeah, I thought I confused Michelle Beadle with Dana Jacobson. I was like, Beadle has a history of this. Beadle don't have no history of that. Dana Jacobson, she got a history of tripping though for sure. But Beadle cool, bro. From what I know. I remember Sports Nation. I was about 15, 16 years old. Sports Nation was on. Man, I had my first laptop ever. It was like this old ran down laptop. And I was so happy to have my own laptop type deal. And then I got a virus on it, bro. It was from Facebook inbox. My friend was like, yo, what are you doing here, Rashad? I clicked on it. GG's. They said Trojan horse. Had to get another computer. I didn't get another one. I used the desktop until my senior year of high school. Then my uncle got me a laptop. Different days. Speaking of different days, legendary DeKalb basketball coach is accused of spanking his player. I thought I told you to get back on defense. All right, hold on. Let me read this story from WSB TV. This was written by Tom Jones. Shout out to Tom Jones, amazing reporter in the ATL. A longtime high school basketball coach is out of a job after allegations he spanked some of his players with his shoe. Oh, my goodness. Hey, I think a shoe is a step up from go out there and get me a switch. Channel 2's Tom Jones reported the Columbia High's former head basketball coach, Dr. Philip McCray, is out of a job. He lost his job because of this? Dang, McCray was a legend at the school with the gym being named after him. He won hundreds of games during his coaching career. Oh, video believed that to have led to the end of McCray's employment with the DeKalb County schools. He was shared by a parent of a former player who's no longer at the school. He ain't even at the school. You just snitched on that man, ruined that man's job. She asked not to be identified for fear of retaliation. When I saw the video, I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken because we trusted this man. Your son ain't even at the school no more. She says the video shows McCray telling the player to lower his pants in a hotel room while the team was in the Bahamas for a tournament in November. The joke of he probably skipped practice or running around trying to act grown because he in the Bahamas. No, we can't here to play a basketball game. What? I tell you. No, that he need to be doing that. Yeah. Shout out Charleston White. Yeah. She says the coach then hit him forcibly on the backside with the shoe multiple times. Then he says, why is it happening? Then the young man said, because I invited a girl up to the room. Yeah. Hey, W coach, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. W coach, I'm about to stand. I don't know if I'm still being in the frame, but I'm about to stand up, bro. Stand ovation. W coach, bro. 100%. W coach, bro. You in high school. We on a trip to play basketball. You trying to invite a little girl, trying to be grown, trying to invite a little girl back up to your hotel room. Yeah, take this whooping. Because then if you get the girl pregnant and now you a teen dad, now you ruin the whole season, you ruin the whole team. And you ruined your life, son. Yeah, spank that man. Yeah, no. Not the man, he a kid. Spank the teenager, yeah. Yeah, because he need to have some sense knocked into him. Yeah, obviously. Because he done bumped his head. He think he could just go behind coach back and bring a girl up to is you crazy? Man, y'all better stop now. That smoking weed that the high school kids be doing before and after games, and you know what I'm saying, everything like that, all the stupid behavior, the girls and this and that, boy, it might seem funny or catch up to you when you're in high school. When you get older, that stuff weighs down on you, boy. I tell you that much. It weighs down on you. Coach just looking out for his mans. He being a good coach. This a life coach. This is the mom saying this, right? About the coach. This the mom, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what if the kid doesn't have an active, present, you know what I'm saying, consistent father? Or if the father is like, yo, I'm trusting you in my kid's hands. Take care of my son. Lead him as a man. Give him that male guidance, that male voice that he needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, W coach, bro. Give him that man his job back. Give that man his job back. He ain't do nothing wrong. Free my boy, coach. She says the coach then forcibly hit the player on the backside of the shoe for every time. She says another player was also hit with the shoe. Good. Not some sense into them young boys. That's why these kids, man, look, bro. I ask crazy people of every generation what they think, and they say it just gets crazier and crazier. We used to be crazy, we used to be violent, but this new generation, them kids don't care at all. And you got to think, you got the element of the internet, so you can go and pop it now and stuff like that, whether it be on the live stream, whether it be on the YouTube, whether it be on Snapchat, TikTok, whatever the case might be. These kids is bad, bro. And kids continue to get, why you think kids continue to get worse and worse with their behavior, bro? It's because, like, there's so much leeway given for the children. How are you going to train the child, discipline the child, and let them know how to move for the rest of life? Because the kids are the future, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, kids my age was not saints. We had the substitutes crying. We had oh, just can't hear, you know what I'm saying, with the teacher in the corner, you know, because the students just going crazy. I've never, in my 20 years of teaching, seen the classes disruptive and disrespectful. Like, we had all of that, right? But it's like, these kids are, like, they think they gangster, they think they John Gotti, man. And then TikTok done put that whole term on them, YNs and things of that sort. So now, ever since post-pandemic, skis became more mainstream. And then TikTok took the whole YN thing. So it's like, after that, it was just kids, bro. Like, you tell a kid they a YN or something, they just gonna give up on life. They're like, okay, you think I'm a YN? I guess I don't have no choice for life. And they just, and the turn crash out and the music, and you know what I'm saying? It's just too much going on, bro. It's just too much going on. So yeah, every now and then I say all that to say, yeah, you need a basketball coach who's gonna spank you with the back of his shoe. What is you doing? You obviously bumped your head. You think you're crazy. Jones then went to McCrae's home and asked him if he had a second to talk. McCrae said, no, I ain't gonna talk to you, but we gotta talk about your son shouldn't been sneaking kids in the room. A spokesperson for the school system said they couldn't comment on personnel matters and the safety of the students is his highest priority. She went on to say that McCrae is no longer employed by the district as of Monday. Boo! Gwinnett County, do the right thing. What's by there? McDonough? No, it's not McDonough. It's Forsyth County, right? Forsyth County out there on the east side by the CAB. Stone Mountain is the CAB. Forsyth County, do the right thing, man. Hire this man. He ain't do nothing. All right. This mother says letting go of him was the right decision. That's humiliating. It's not okay. You know what else is not okay? Teenage pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy is not okay at all. It's not okay at all. But we enable the kids to do whatever they want. Yeah, smoke you some weed. Yeah, man. See, look, what they say. It's okay to explore your. You feeling? It's okay, freedom of the liberation and the. Okay, you get okay. Yeah. Take all that freedom. You're gonna get a confused 20-something-year-old with colored hair, and they don't know what's going on in multiple relationships. Potentially second, third marriage, looking lost because they wanted to be so free when they was teenagers instead of living somewhat of a structured life. I'm all for freedom. Like I say, I don't believe in boxes. You know what I'm saying? I think you just live, you do what you do, and you let other people try to put you in a box so you have a general direction, but still then you don't have a box. Like tonight, we done talked about the WNBA, NBA, Elon Musk, Michelle Beadle. Now we talking about the DeKalb County local news. You know what I'm saying? There is no box. I don't believe in boxes. I don't do boxes. However, there needs to be some type of structure when it comes to raising children. Because if there's no structure, then you get what we get right now. And it's going to continue to get worse and worse and worse because some kids that's wilding out right now at 15, the ones that make it to adulthood, they're going to be wilding just like they was when they was 15, bro. It's just a cycle of life. It's how it goes. And if you don't check the behavior now from a good mentor, like a basketball coach, like a sports youth coach, if you don't get it from a local community leader right now, a volunteer in the Big Brother, Big Sisters program, you ain't never going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, bro. Coach, let that man get his job back. If you don't get it with the DeKalb County school systems, let him get it with a nearby place somewhere and appreciate him because I appreciate that, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. The mother says her son left school recently. He felt empowered to come forward about what happened. She says he was in the room and the incident took a toll on his mental health. But a joker shouldn't have been trying to sneak women in his room. Where's the accountability in 2025, bro? Look, man, look, like I say, I support black women, protect black women. We speak up for black women, everything like that. We love Halle. We love Little Mermaid. We love Color Purple. I love The Ungodly Hour. That's a great album. I love her music. I love Grownish and her appearances on everything, the whole nine. When it comes to, bro, the particular situations of the things that she was accused of, and I seen people dismiss every single bit. Do I think Buddy was wrong? DDG. Do I think he was 100%? 100%. I think DDG was in the wrong and he handled a lot of things the wrong way. I also think Halle is not 100% innocent. And so for everybody to just cast away every single thing from Halle, bro. And like, oh, she had this. Oh, she had is excuse after excuse after excuse. It's like at some point you have to take accountability. In this case, with this young man right here, he has to take accountability. It ain't no, it took a toll on my mental health, mom. Mom telling on the coach, getting him fired. Her kid at a whole different school. You telling on an old basketball coach to get him fired because he trying to discipline your fat son. Because your fat son trying to sneak girls in his room on a field trip where we came here to play basketball. We came here to try to make a better life for you, and you about to have a pregnant teen left in the Bahamas. What are we doing right now, bro? And you mad at the coach for disciplining for it, man. All y'all, man, we backwards. We going backwards. We not moving forward right now. What are we doing? Let's wake up. Have you ever noticed this always happens when they drop a new Popeye's chicken? Next topic, man. What are we talking about? Next, I mean, you know what I'm saying? What are we talking about next, bro? Hold on, man. Next topic. 12-year-old Ramir Parker rescued his grandmother and infant siblings from their burning home in Virginia. He notified his grandmother, ran into a smoke-filled room, and grabbed his baby brothers, excuse me. Bro, shout out to this young man, 12 years old, bro. 12 years old, paying light bills. Honey, how that night feel? Nothing short of heroic. 12-year-old boy saves family from house fire in Petersburg. This is Petersburg, Virginia. This was written by, who was it written by? It was written by Kendall McGalley. Shout out to Kendall McGalley. 12-year-old boy rescued his grandmother and infant siblings from their burning home on Tuesday, according to the Petersville Fire Rescue and Emergency Services. On June 3rd, a fire broke out at home on 2000 block of Berg Street, leaving the home severely damaged. Although this was a moment of devastation, a social media post from the Petersburg fire said, "A powerful story of courage rose from the smoke, one that deserves to be told." 12-year-old Ramir Parker reportedly saved his two baby brothers and grandmother from the burning home. 12-year-old, bro. According to the fire department, Ramir was talking to he was taking his grandmother upstairs. He was talking to his grandmother upstairs, excuse me, when he heard a weird crackling and a rattling noise that got louder and louder by the second. Authorities said the first thought was about his baby brothers, a 1-year-old and 2-year-old, who had just woken up from a nap in the living room downstairs. When Ramir went into the hallway, he saw thick black smoke coming from the basement. Authorities said he yelled fire and notified his grandmother, who immediately asked about the babies. Ramir ran into the smoke-filled room and grabbed both baby brothers, leading them out of the house. Man, that's crazy. Ramir saved our lives today. As a social media post from the St. Petersburg fire reads, "His quick thinking and selfless bravery was nothing short of heroic. In a moment where seconds mattered, he stepped up just like a firefighter would, just like a protector does." The fire department said Ramir's bravery should be honored at an upcoming award ceremony. He deserves more than that, man. Salute to that young man. He needs to go to national attention, bro. He needs to receive all the love he can receive, bro. Because that's amazing. That's sensational, bro. All right. Cool. This is the next thing, man. We wrapping up last couple of things, you know what I mean? Apparently, the U.S. Secretary of Education, Linda Mahone, she does not know about the 1921 Tulsa race massacre, and she also doesn't know about Ruby Bridges. I will look into it and get back to you. This has got 1.1 million views.
I have a few other examples that I would like your thoughts on. Simple yes or no. if this is a illegal DEI, an example, would you say that it would be an illegal DEI for a lesson plan on the Tulsa Race Massacre?
I'd have to get back to you on that.
Do you know what the Tulsa Race Massacre is?
I'd like to look into it more and get back to you on it.
Okay, so I look forward to that. How about the book Through My Eyes by Ruby Bridges, for instance?
I haven't read that.
Have you learned about Ruby Bridges?
If you have specific examples you'd like
That
to
was a
cite,
specific example.
I'll be very happy.
It was
for
an
you-
incredibly
for
specific
you
example.
to submit
I named
those
a
in your
specific book.
questions, and I will look into it and get back to you on
Thank
them.
you. I have a few other examples that I
How
would
you
like-
gonna say get out the education of Black history and everything like that for people to understand the dynamics of why racism and division or whatever exists within, it's particularly in America. I can't speak for the other countries. I know it exists in other countries and things of that sort, but I can only speak for America's because this is where I'm from. This is where I spent 97% of my life. The other were like week-long in the Caribbean cruises and things like that. So you know what I mean? So for someone who spent most of his life, majority of his life in America, learning the history of, because it's one thing to be like, oh, why do we have to learn about this? Well, you should learn about it to even make the judgment of why it was important to learn it. It's ironic. It's just like you need the base level types of things to know what's going on, to know what's currently going on. You need to know the past to know the present, and of course to see where the future's going, because nothing is new under the sun. Patterns just repeat themselves, things of that sort. So W Press right here by Miss Lee. But the Secretary of Education, shame on you, to be honest, to not know these basic American history stories and facts and things of that sort. And shame on all of y'all for trying to get rid of this curriculum, woke curriculum, whatever you want to call it. Shame on y'all for trying to get rid of it, because now we just have a bunch of people, oh, this ain't got nothing to do with race. This ain't got, and you'll think nothing has nothing to do with anything if you don't learn about it. So you have to sit down and learn about something to understand why something is something. You have to sit down and learn about something to understand why racism is real, racism exists. This particular topic and the way that people are discussing it goes through a racial lens. And it's not just, dang, you always making everything about race. Learn something. Learn about the history of things. Learn about the history of, speak to some people, bro, and say, why are you like this? Instead of just, man, you always anti-cop, you always anti this, anti that. Ask the person why they're like that. One-on-one. And let them explain to you the history, the traumas that people go through. I've had this experience. My homeboy had this experience. My cousin went through this experience. My brother, my sister, my mother, my stepmother, they all went through these experiences. My aunties, my uncles, they went through these experiences. And I think based off of all of that, with my 30 years or however old you are, years of knowledge, I've come to the conclusion that I'd rather just not be affiliated with them, because ABC. You need to know the history of something to understand why someone acts the way they act. Because if you don't just go up and ask and talk to a person like a person, I speak to people all different walks of life. You guys see on the channel who I interview. I interview dancers. I interview OF models. I interview stars of a particular industry. I interview national politicians. I interview White House administrators. I interview athletes, underground artists, mainstream artists. I interview all of them, because it's like, and the more I like interview more people, billionaires, millionaires, and all of these things, businessmen, the more I learn, it's like we are all the same. Humans are all the same. But you don't know that if you don't speak to people and ask them, why are you this way? How did you become this? What was the steps like? What was this almost like? What's one misconception about you? What when people don't know about you? All these things, bro, you learn somebody's story, and you just like, dang, they literally just 1-2 decisions off from where I'm at. And this is why it's important to teach kids in school about Black history and particular things, so they understand what people mean when they say that's racist and why that's racist. They should learn about minstrel shows. They should learn about blackface. They should learn about tap dancing, and they should learn about when you at the feet and make them dance and things of that sort, and why that was offensive to black people. They should learn why watermelon is offensive to black people. They should learn why fried chicken's a harmful stereotype for black people. All of these things they should learn, bro. Because if you don't learn it, then you just think black people tripping all the time. And you get what? Black fatigue. Next thing. Hold on. Where are we looking at? Jonathan Jones hate crime. A police officer said he regrets that he decided to label Jonathan Joseph's untimely passing as a hate crime. He says he regrets it. Well, buddy, you can still change it. You just don't have it in the initial reports. People magazine, man. Shout out to Phil Lewis, by the way, the head of this stuff, man. The chief, my big bro. I won't call him Unc because he's only like maybe a year or two older than me. But the big bro, Phil Lewis, him talking about police chief regrets statement denying Jonathan Josh's murder. Unaliving was a hate crime. It was way too soon. This was written by Liza Esquibas. Authorities are backpedaling on their initial statement regarding Jonathan Josh's unaliving. During a press conference on Thursday, June 5th, San Antonio Police Chief William McManus offered an update on the case and responded to the public backlash after the department said that their quote-unquote investigation found no evidence whatsoever that Josh's June 1st unaliving was a hate crime. There's no way that was way too premature. Excuse me, backpedaling like Revis Island, boy. Him talking about premature, he admitted. I shouldn't have done it. It was way too soon before we had any real information, and I will own that and simply say again that we shouldn't have done that. It was way too early in the process for any statement of that nature to be issued. We understand that many people in the LGBTQ plus community are feeling anxious and are very concerned. McManus continued. A lot of it has to do with the premature statement that we released. And once again, I own that and I shouldn't have done it. The loss of Jonathan Josh was tragic and most heavily felt by the LGBTQ plus community. On June 3rd, just 2 days after the park recreation alum was unalive, the SAPD said that they thoroughly reviewed all information and determined that they didn't have reason to believe that his unaliving was related to his orientation. Now, that's crazy that you say that. I spoke too soon, and I 100% don't agree with it. It's crazy how you say that like months after. You know what I'm saying? Like, things of that sort. Like days after. I mean, like it was days after he passed. You came after a thorough investigation. We decided he ain't talking about none, and then. Not even is June 5th. Not even 2 days later, you say, "Oh, we spoke too soon." Is it thoroughly investigated, or did you speak too soon? Because get in the booth. However, Josh's husband, Tristan Kern de Gonzalez, claimed in a Facebook post that there was a history of harassment towards him from the neighbors and alleged that the Uter was yelling violent homophobic slurs at the scene. Acknowledging these specific allegations, McManus explained that hate crimes are not separate charges in Texas, but rather enhancements to existing charges. We gather the facts and we give those to the DA's office, and then that the hate crime designation was determined of the sentencing. He said, our unaliving detectives are continuing to pursue every lead in this case to ensure that we understand the full picture of what led up to this senseless unaliving of Mr. Joss. The recognition of the LGBTQ plus community in Pride Month, McManus said that the SAPD will be holding a community forum that night at a local center. Please know that your safety and trust matter deeply to us, he noted. He also addressed Gonzalez's claims that a fire which burned down the house and he and Jose lived in on the property where the ooting take place and was started intentionally. McManus revealed that the investigation is still active and that the law enforcement is working closely with the fire department's arson investigators to look into a possible connection between cases. Additionally, McManus confirmed that the police have received approximately 70 calls over the past 2 years about both Josh and the neighbors involved in various neighborhood-type disturbances. Our safety unit, our mental health units, our extensive engagements of Mr. Josh with making repeated efforts to mediate conflicts and connect them with the services that he may have needed at the time, he added, although he is being cautious about releasing too much information that could negatively affect upcoming legal purposes. People also previously reported on the officers responding to a outing of the progress on the south side of San Antonio around 7 p.m. on June 1st. When they arrived, they found Josh lying near the roadway with a ora or wounds from the rifle who was on the scene. 56-year-old Sigfiro Seja Alvarez, who people can confirm was a neighbor of the King of the Hill album, actor, was already admitted that he intentionally and knowingly discharged a woo at Josh, stating, "I would have while detained." And he was charged with first degree and was released from police custody under full house arrest on $200,000 on June 2nd. So he definitely got paid for it. Crazy hit. L hit. W Jonathan Josh. Long live Jonathan Josh for sure. And as always, I think that's it. Oh, it's one more thing. We'll do this one more thing. I think I could do it. I know I can. All right, and then we're gonna get out of here, brother, because I am pooped. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm exhausted. Holding on to what I believe in. Timbaland has signed an AI artist. Boo. Timbaland's new artist is young, photogenic, and not human. Boo. A new startup company introduced Lala. What? I thought I had Rolling Stone. Well, there's that. That is shut down, so I ain't gonna do no payroll for it. I'm done, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm done for the night. You guys all take care of yourself. I got a flight in the morning. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night in a hotel room. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is good enough. If not, I'll be streaming off a hotspot or off my cell phone. So guys, stay tuned. And until next time, you all take care of
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
George Rashad Milligan rolling out.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.